Good morning. Saturday morning. All right. So the women who are watching already have noticed that I shaved part of the beard. Why do the women notice? The studies show. Studies show. Almost every post on Facebook today starts with studies show. What fucking studies? But seriously, studies show women are more observant than men. Learned that back in my James Bond I Spy days. It actually comes from police when they're talking to witnesses after a crime. They learn that women remember a lot more details about the crime than men do. Okay? Good to know. So I didn't shave everything as a peace offering to the little munchkin, the little 4'9" love of my life. But I did want to clean up some of it. You know, I told you I'd shave when it got itchy. It got itchy. And also I'm going to have some fun in a couple days and change things up, and you'll see what I mean in the videos. So, studies show. Good friend of mine, John Alexander Denise, is a card-carrying member of the Tinfoil Hat Group. And I say that with all due respect to John, because I love him like a brother. But I mentioned him the other day with the unusually high amount of traffic. Things are getting back to normal here in Pye. A lot of motorcycles and cars. The town has definitely woken up in the last week or so. Once again, Corona update, right? Because that's what the news wants. The news wants to give you a Corona update. Corona. Be scared. Be very scared. There hasn't been a new case in Chiang Mai, which is the big city south of here, and which is more like an American city than little tiny Pye. Like I mentioned the other day, Pye had 2,200 people in 2006. So 4 cases, no deaths, not newsworthy, not exciting, not going to sell you product, not going to keep you tuned to your TV. Sorry. So Chiang Mai has it, which is a much larger city. I need to know that population. I'll look it up. Has not had a new case of COVID-19 in 27 days. And, I know that pisses the media off. When I lived in Florida, the local media would actually get excited when there was a hurricane, because they knew people would be glued to the TV to follow the hurricane. Hurricanes kill people. Hurricanes ruin lives. My house had no heat or air for over a year. Now, could I have fixed it sooner? Sure. I flip houses for a living, or used to. But I slept through a freaking winter with no heater because of fucking Hurricane Irma. But the media? Oh, juicy story. People are going to watch us. Fucking pricks. What I'm pissed about, and as you can tell, I got my panties in a bunch. I got my big girl panties in a bunch today. Is John sent me that video, Plandemic. I sent it to a bunch of friends through Messenger. And, because I wanted them to watch it and get their opinion. Now, 2 of the friends I sent it to specifically, I really wanted to get their input on it because, like John, I respect these 2 guys, and I respect their opinions. And more importantly, I believe in the Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? So, John is a devout MAGA guy. I mean, he wore the friggin' red hat and went to the Trump rallies, and every other post he makes is Trump 2020 and MAGA, and we're WWW MAGA. I don't even know half the shit he posts, but he's not gay, but he would let Trump fuck him up the ass, I'm pretty sure. No offense to you, Sherilyn. Sherilyn's his wife, and he loves her, but he loves him some Trump. So he's about as far right as you can get. Now, what is interesting is I don't see him as a gun-toting, right-wing extremist guy. So his love of Trump is interesting, if nothing else. In the other corner, weighing, I don't know, what are you, Mike? 200 pounds, 210, whatever. I don't know. I haven't squeezed your love handles in quite some time. I don't know what you weigh, my friend. But on the far left, about as liberal as you can get, is my friend Michael Smithgal, Michael B. DeMille, Cecil Deba. He's an interesting cat. He is a super cool guy, very talented. He was a singer in a band I had way back in the day, the Po Boys, like the Sub in New Orleans. And his daughter is a lesbian, and his son is in the military. So you talk about a house divided with a Florida Gator fan and a Georgia Bulldog fan. Holy shit, But he and I think his wife Mary Jane also, I'm not completely sure, are both very strong to the left. So I actually, but he's a bright guy. He was a stand-up comedian. He owned a auto parts store, like truck parts, up in Pennsylvania. We met, interestingly enough, when I was part of my down and out homeless hobo thing. I was working for $10 an hour at an AOL call center, trying to retain people getting off of dial-up for $24 a month, back when you could get high-speed internet for $10 a month. Talk about a fun job. So out of that class of 20, 30, 40 people, maybe Mike remembers, I don't, I would say 35 of us were severely overqualified to be on the AOL call center retention phone. Like I said, Mike had owned several businesses. I'd made six figures 2 times at that point before, so to be making $10 an hour in a call center. One of the ladies there used to run a call center, but hey, it was I think 2012 or 10, 11, something like that, and real estate had died down. BPOs, which I did when it first died down, had dried up, and hey, I took the job. I remember the benefits from day one. You didn't have to wait 60 days or 90 days or something like that. I think they had benefits day one. So that's why I signed up, and whatever. Mike was there, we became friends. He's a funny guy, talented guy, like I said, with his voice, singing. And he's just done a bunch of cool shit. So I sent it to him, Plandemic Part 1. I said, what do you think? Because I really wanted to see what his thoughts were on it. And he didn't respond directly to me, but he posted on Facebook a doctor who debunked point by point by point. She went through the video and said, when Dr. G says this, and when this, that. So, hey, Mr. Dean, how are you? Good to see you. That's Mr. Dean, local legend, natural healer, no pills, herbs. He's a good man. He's the reason I'm drinking the carrot juice. So, and I will interview him one day because he is a super fascinating guy, very bright. Came out of Berkeley in the 70s. Super knowledgeable about herbs. Oh, excuse me. Oh, pardon me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is hot. You want to say sawadi after you've done drinking your ice water?
Sawadi ka Facebook.
There you go. So, 9 minutes in, and I'm rambling again. That's old people shit. Just like you have CRS, can't remember shit, you got rambling disease. What's cool is I'm not making this live. I used to make Facebook Live videos, but I just used a regular video recorder now. And that's better because it cuts off after 30 minutes, reminds me to shut the fuck up and stop rambling. So anyway, Mike posted a really good thing from a doctor, facts, and that's why I sent him the video. I wanted to see, like I said the other day when I posted my video, I like opposing viewpoints. I like to know what other people think. Not just I don't just want to get one side of the story. I thought the Plandemic movie was very compelling. I do believe large companies in the world and in the United States care more about money than people. I think that's been proven many, many times. You want to talk about Monsanto? Go ahead and make a post with point-by-point things defending Monsanto and GMO crap and the shit they put in Roundup that makes everybody sick so they can make a fucking buck. Guilty, right? Big pharma, big business. They don't care about people, and like I said, that's the cardinal rule. On a local level, I talked about entrepreneurs like Kyle Paskowitz reinvesting his wealth into the community. I don't see those big guys doing that. So I'm still wary of anybody whose prime motivation is dollars and dollars over people. And frankly, I'm surprised the far left hasn't jumped on that too, because, to me that the enemy in that sense is clear. But I get the third guy real quick is DL Cummings. He's a libertarian. And being that DL is, 4'9.5". See that's me showing you love, DL, because I made you a half-inch taller than my girlfriend. And I'm not entirely sure that's true. Just kidding. He's like 5'2". But making short jokes because I can. So of course, him being short, he's the Libertarian Party. There's the left, there's the right, and there's the Libertarians. Sorry, DL. I had to have some fun. The thing about DL, he has a good sense of humor, so I know he's laughing with me. And I'm not laughing at him. I am laughing with him. But anyway, he's a libertarian, so they have their own, viewpoint. But actually, DL and I agree on a lot of things because his viewpoint is pretty moderate and pretty middle of the line. DL and I get fucked by the fence post a lot because we really do see both sides. And that's where I'm at now. The post that Mike reposted from that doctor, it's compelling. It's every bit as compelling, if not more so, than the points made in the Plandemic video. So there we are on the fence again with that uncomfortable pointy fence sticking up our ass, because when neither side makes an argument so compelling you can completely discard the other one, what do? What's happening right now in the world, not just our country but the world, and then because of this country too, Thailand, is we're in the middle of an information war. And the powers that be are fighting for our attention. So I mentioned in the video I did the other day, and no, I'm sorry to disappoint you, no boobies today. I'm dressed. I'm downstairs in the restaurant. So I had the courtesy to the ladies not to have my man boobs hanging out like I do upstairs. Sorry to disappoint you, Alex. So, if I mentioned in the video that my dad left my mom when I was 3 years old, but before he did, they fought like cat and dog, like a lot of couples do, like a lot of parents do. And for some of you, you grew up with your parents having knockdown, drag out fights, in front of you. Unfortunately, in the bedroom, you could overhear them, whatever. And I know as a kid that probably tore you up and left an impression, and maybe your marriage failed later on, maybe you didn't get married. That shit has a way of germinating inside you and manifesting itself later on. And that's kind of what's going on right now. I feel like I'm being torn in a couple of different directions. I'm getting good information from both sides. The one thing I did notice on on some of the rebuttals to the pandemic. One of the sources, I think it was on Reddit, that did there's Miss Lily, Gypsy Lily. She's calm down. Stop it. My two stray dogs don't like her dogs, so they always get their balls up in a bunch whenever she goes by. Lay down. Lay down. Be a good boy. Lay down. I don't even have any idea who this friggin' dog is, but they've adopted me, so I've adopted them. Good boy. Good boy. Jesus Christ. The noise. So, Gypsy Lily is a fixture in Pi. She has a place, a little cafe where there's open mic night. And you can go and do poems and stuff. And yeah, I'm drinking carrot juice, but no, I'm not going to go do poems on open mic night. Don't want to disappoint you, but you know, I can drink carrot juice and take pills from Mr. Dean and try to get healthy, because that was my goal in coming here. But a tiger can't change its stripes, so they'll never see me doing that. Stop it. Lay down. Quiet. Hey, quiet.
You know those dogs are with me.
Yeah, they're all. The thing is, she comes by every day, and they bark every friggin' day, and it's like, Jesus, when are you gonna stop? Stop.
Hey,
My
you see who's
goodness. They just grump. You're like me. You're a grumpy old man.
Do you know what? All the dogs think that I'm a dog too, because I'm always with the dogs.
Right.
So when I go.
All right. I took a break because Miss Lily, who is one of the Pi royalty, stopped by for a chat, and I always learn a lot from her when she comes by. So in the meantime, after she was here about 20 minutes. That's right. And in the meantime, my lovely and talented sweetie made me a dish, and it looks like awful, not AWFUL, but OFFAL, from a chicken. Like, for instance, to me, that looks like a liver or kidney. And in here, Ace Williams, are you watching? There you go. I'll just grab it. It's spicy as hell. I mean, Thai restaurants in America do a 1 to 5. 1, if there's any pepper in it, I can't taste it. 2 is pussies like my boy Rob Jones, who can't handle the heat. I love you, Rob, but you can't handle the heat. 3 is what Ace Williams' wife, the 3 is what she would have, like a regular Thai. A northern Thai would go for a level 3 heat. And I worked my way up, eating hotter and hotter and hotter, subsequent visits to the Thai restaurant, to number 4. 5 is what they call Thai hot, and that's what my girlfriend made the other day when she took the 30, 40 frigging peppers and mashed them in the mortar and pestle. This is for 4.5. So here I am, a Jersey boy in Thailand, eating spicy chicken guts and claw. Don't forget the claw. When I saw this thing in the bowl, I just laughed my ass off. What happens when you boil them, it gets soft and gelatinous, so she's interested. Sorry. Hey, you can say a lot of things about me, but scared ain't one of them. Ever. So later today, I'm going to take the motorcycle that I bought for the shop, which was the one that was here before, and I'm going to hop on it and ride around the parking lot. And you're like, but wait a minute, you fat asshole. and that I am. You've never ridden a scooter, a motorcycle before. That's right. You're gonna fall on your fat ass and like break your neck. Possibly. We'll see. But I'm gonna go for it. Fuck it. YOLO, baby, like the 16-year-olds say. YOLO. You only live once. Anyway, what I was getting to is there's a fight for our heads. Information wars are going on, and it's really hard who to believe, who to trust. And that really pisses me off more than anything else. Because like I said, I do my job. I feed people chicken guts and chicken claws and spicy noodles. The least that the people who give us information, which more and more these days is Facebook. Remember, Facebook started as a way for college students to, a lot of flies today, college students to keep in touch with each other. And now they're forming opinions, they're fact-checking your posts, you know. One of my favorite movies was The Watchmen, you know, with the little masked vigilantes, including the little short dude, Jackie Earl Haley. I think he did an awesome job in that movie. And one of the scenes, it shows a wall with graffiti and it says, "Who's watching The Watchmen? Who's politifacting PolitiFact?" So, D.L. Cummins, I was talking about before, like I said, he's a libertarian. Mike Smithkow, who's on the left, John Denise on the right. I value all their opinions, and I look forward to all their input. Mike is the guy who took my 6 chopped up videos of going to the market here and made it into a professional background music montage. A hell of a lot more professional than me sitting there holding the phone, swatting flies and eating spicy noodles. The heat is definitely there. Hit my tongue first. Now it's spread through the whole mouth. And the thing about spicy food is, like, once you've had a mouthful of it, every mouthful after that, you know, just, my mouth is one of those ovens where they put dead bodies, you know, in the mafia movies. I don't know what those ovens are used for except to hide dead bodies. And that's what my mouth is right now. So, more chicken guts. Enough noodles. More chicken guts. Is that a liver, kidneys, heart? I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm eating it. So, once again, that's what pisses me off, is I don't know who the frick to believe, except chewy heart or liver or kidney. I gotta, even though it's spicy, I gotta fight the flies for my food. There's a company called Lazada, Lazada. Never heard of them before I came here. And I'm an American, you know, I'm a blue blood American. So that TV that I got from one of the, that's definitely liver. That's gotta be liver, I'm sure of it. Look at the texture of the side of it. All right, liver? Pretty sure it's liver. The TV that I got from one of the guest rooms. Yeah, we got our own soundtrack going now too, right? Darling? Boss, what's up, boss? We named a sandwich after you in the restaurant. That's boss. That's the grandson. Can you all see him? That's her 10-year-old grandson. I wasn't making shit up. She is a grandmother. And I made a barbecue chicken sandwich here at the restaurant. Once again, John, trying to get the Farang to come here in droves. And
โทรหายายมีอะไร
smoked chicken, cheese, Lowe's tomato, mayo, and Heinz barbecue sauce. Which, even though it says Heinz on it, it looks like an American product. It was very watery and kind of sour. So I think Heinz actually tailored the product to the Southeast Asian market, because it tastes a lot more tamarindy than the thick, rich Heinz stuff back home, which is what I thought I was buying for 120 baht, $4 for a friggin' bottle of barbecue sauce. Welcome to Thailand. Anyway, that's it for today. That's what's going on in Pai, Thailand. There's 2 videos. I could just combine them, or I could give it to Mike. And he can take out the part about the libertarian and the right winger and just, leave himself in. Although he wouldn't do that, because he is a man of, what's the word I'm looking for? Solid guy. He's a man of conviction. Yes. So that's it for today. Talk to you guys later.